Hey buddy, it's Crazy Time 4 and welcome back to some more Super Smash Bros. 4, but this time Super Smash Bros. 4 the Wii U. Obviously last time, if you guys remember, we finished up Smash for 3DS and did everything we could in that version, but now it is time to move on to the other version, to the second version, that being Smash for Wii U. Obviously, you know, here being on the Wii U, objectively the better version in my personal opinion, just because it is a home console version, you get more controller options, yada yada, and it just looks better overall. And I think that it's the version most people prefer as well. But I'm excited. I like Smash Wii U a lot. I've had a lot of experience with this game, a lot of fun with this game, this and the 3DS version. So, I mean, there's no more dilly-dallying. I think we should just get right into it. We're here in Smash Wii U, so I'm also really excited because I'm using the GameCube controller. So that's pretty fun. I get to use like my main controller for this. But obviously, as per usual, you know by the title of the episodes, we're going into the one and only thing, and that, of course, is our favorite Classic Mode. So Classic Mode works a little bit differently in this game. Completed a 5-round Smash tournament. Spend gold to raise the difficulty and get better rewards. Move your figurine around the stage and battle against nearby fighters. If you defeat enemies in battle, they may join your side in team battles. Your rivals get stronger as they win battles. Defeat them when they're more powerful to win better prizes. So as you can tell, it's a bit different from the 3DS version. And we'll get to see a bit more of that as we actually like fully get into things. But obviously, here's the roster. This is what we're looking at. But we're gonna go with our boy Mario. Quick little overview of his palette swap, so you guys have missed the 3DS version. We got the red Mario, we got Fire Mario, blue, I guess Cyan and Pink. We got the Wario Mario, Black Mario, in that way, and Green Mario, and of course NES Golf Mario. If you want to know, and Waluigi Wario, I forgot about this one. If you guys want to know each of like the references that they make, then obviously check out the 3DS episodes of Classic Mode, because I do go a little bit into more depth there. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with Classic Mode, starting off the same way that the 3DS version does, with this you know, bar or whatever, this difficulty selector. You can go anywhere from 0.0 all the way to 9.0, but we're going to be going specifically with 7.0. Now in 3DS we went for 7.5, but the reason for 7.0 in this version is because we can get the same stuff we could in 3DS version at 7.5, but here in 7.0. So yeah, that's what we're going to be rocking with. Let's go ahead and get it going. Mario Classic Mode 7.0, man, the background looks really cool. So yeah, as he stated, it is basically a tournament style, elimination style mode of Classic Mode. Very different, obviously, from 3DS, where we kind of like are on a world map and like we're picking paths and whatnot, or running on the world map. And obviously very drastically different from the previous games as well. But we're gonna get into a match. Let's go into this one. So as you are kind of on this board and looking around for enemies to fight, you can fight in different battles. You can fight in one of these battles with 5 extra opponents. You can fight in like 1v1s or even like 2v2s. You can actually like end up teaming up with some of your opponents, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, that's the general way of how this works. And also some characters might actually end up having a reward to them. Like I forget who it was exactly, but I think Ganondorf and Greninja each have rewards to them. One of them I think had a trophy, and the other had what's it called? Oh, come on, Knuckle Joe. And I think the other one had custom stuff, custom moves. There we go. You're down. I want to kill Ganondorf because I know he has a reward for me. So I'm gonna grab his reward. There, it's gone. Please, Ganondorf, great. So you do end up going into each match with 2 lives. I'm pretty sure that's just how 3DS was. Every single match you start with 2 lives, and you have 2 lives. Those 2 lives reset every single match you go into. Obviously, if you lose both lives, you end up getting a continue, and if every time you do a continue and you want to continue on, you drop your difficulty by 0.5 points. So if you want to keep a set difficulty, don't use continues. That's all I'm going to say. I'm gonna go for a 1v1. I'm gonna wait for my rival to get a little more stronger so I get better rewards from him. So I'm gonna go for a 1v1 against Roy, and we'll finish off the rival afterwards. So the first, I guess, section of this is obviously it's just like regular matches, nothing too special. There's gonna be a total of 3 rounds, but there's gonna be a little bit more after this, and you'll see what I mean by that. Again, very big departure, not only just from the 3DS version, but also from just in general, classic mode in Smash Brothers. This is like some of the most interesting. This is probably the most interesting way they've handled classic mode in Smash in the entire series. And I know a lot of people don't really care much for this version of classic mode, and I can understand why. There's a lot of there's a lot of discourse about this whether this version's even like all that good or not. And you know, it's weird. It's definitely a weird way to experience classic mode, that's for sure. Still fun to an extent, but just it's different. It's different, you gotta really get your mind around that. It's going to be different, it's going to be strange to experience. Alright, going to our third match now, having our rival and then 3 other opponents actually. Do we get anything special? Ah, here we go. This is what they were mentioning, a team battle. Sometimes in these odd-numbered matches, you do get a chance to get a teammate that you have defeated. One of your opponents that you have defeated previously can end up being one of your teammates. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Ganondorf. I just feel like Ganondorf might just be the better idea. But yeah, you can actually recruit one of your opponents, one of your old opponents, as a teammate of yours, which I think is pretty cool. I think it's a really cool concept. That's one of my favorite things about classic mode on the Wii U, and the fact that you can actually use your old opponents as teammates in later matches. Also, one thing I should probably mention is that yes, we do have more than 4-player matches. These matches, Smash for Wii U is the first instance in the entire series where we do have access to 8-player matches, and yes, we can get those 8-player matches for sure in classic mode. So there's gonna be some hectic matches. There are gonna be some very, very hectic matches here in classic mode for Wii U. God damn, we got a lot of rewards, really cool trophies. So yeah, expect a lot. But now that we have that third match finished, we get another set of matches. This time around though, the character trophies are a bit different. They have different poses and also different colors. And you'll see what that entails in just a moment. We'll go into like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if I want to do an 8-player match. I really don't. I'm gonna go into a 3-man fight with Palutena and Rob. Oh, okay, Diddy Kong, sure. I guess it's team battle. Let's go for, I guess let's add Roy in. Damn, so a lot to mention. So first things first, Diddy Kong entered as an intruder, and these intruders can vary from either, I think they're typically either giant matches or metal matches, and basically they just end up being a replacement for one of the opponents that was originally going to be in the match, but now is, you know, replaced by that person, by that opponent, which is now Diddy Kong, the giant Diddy Kong that we're gonna be fighting with Palutena, or against. They're gonna be with Palutena, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's weird. It's cool. Another interesting concept, kind of cool in instances where it's like you're fighting against 2 opponents that don't really have any rewards to them, but then that intruder comes up and then boom, you do get a reward. Because the intruder will always have some sort of reward. The rewards can range, I'm pretty sure, from either trophies, custom parts, gold, or even tickets. And those tickets are very important for later, and we'll see what those tickets do later on. But for now, yeah, just keep in mind that you do get those tickets. Also, I'm surprised I actually won that, but we'll take it. One thing I should probably mention about the second set of rounds for Classic Mode is that there's only going to be 2 rounds this time around, and on top of that, these characters, obviously they are different, they will have custom moves to them. I don't know about custom parts, but they will have custom moves, which I think is really cool. It's sick. It is really sick. Yeah, I don't know why they did it, but I'm honestly not against them doing that. They get equipped with different palette swaps and also custom moves. So yeah, pretty cool. You know, I guess different take. As you can see, there's a custom move on Fox there. So yeah, it's a very cool way of, I guess, changing things up. Very, very interesting way of changing things up. I guess one more thing I should probably mention about classic mode, as we're just doing this match, is that the overall map that you play on with like the whole trophies and like selecting your matches, the background will change depending on your difficulty. Every like 2.0 difficulty will be essentially a new background. So yeah, we're currently playing on the intensity 6.0 to 7.9, so we get the lava / volcanic background. And we'll see the later backgrounds, the intensity 8.0 to 9.0 later, but we're getting this one for like the most part. Maybe I'll show off the other three, or if anything, I can maybe show off like in like really quick pictures at the end of the episodes. But now, as per usual, we get a team battle against the Mii Fighters for stage 6 of classic mode. Every single time it's the exact same thing over and over again. There's a team of 20 Mii Fighters that you get to fight. Obviously, a little bit different from Smash for 3DS, how in that version you do get still 2 paths when fighting against the Mii Fighters, and it will have a potential of letting you fight against a team of a random character in the game. But this time around, Wii U is always set to be a fighting Mii team. So yeah, always the exact same, no difference whatsoever. There are some like instances of the Smash Wii U's classic mode that I do enjoy more, and there are some instances of 3DS where I do enjoy it a little bit more. So it kind of just depends on like, you know, a certain part of it, and then like, do I like this here or do I like it more here, you know what I'm saying? So again, personal preference, whatever you do prefer. But yeah, but now we have it, the final match of classic mode 7.0, and it's gonna be the exact same all the time, that being against, of course, Master Hand and Crazy Hands. Now, when it comes to fighting these two, Master Hand will always be your opponents within classic mode, but Crazy Hand doesn't get to appear until much later. That being, I'm pretty sure, around 5.5 or even 5.0, because 5.0 is when what's it called, Master Core starts to appear. Obviously, we know Master Core from 3DS. And yeah, we get to fight him this time around. But he's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Obviously, in Smash for 3DS, I liked playing on 7.5 because we got all variations of Master Core. We get that exact same treatment here in the Wii U version, but on 7.0. So we don't have to play on 7.5 just to get this one, the Master Giant. But yes, as per usual, forms of Master Core. We start off with Master Giant, which is going to be available from 7.0 all the way to, of course, 9.0. And then we also have Master Beast and Master Edges, and then the core itself. There is, I will say, one more extra version of Master Core that we'll get to see later. We will get to see later, but not now. We'll get to experience this version for the most part, but there will be an extra version, just saying, if you guys are curious, because that's going to be a fun one to deal with, for sure. Okay, let's beat up Master Beast real quick. Oh, I thought I got him there. Please. The fight is pretty simple. If you know how he works in Smash for 3DS, it's the exact same way in Wii U, which is obviously with a different control scheme. But yeah, basically the exact same way you would expect Master Core to work. Same movesets, similar patterns. Obviously, just gets more and more difficult as you go up in difficulty. Probably shouldn't have done that. It's fine. It actually worked very well in my favor. Oh my gosh! I was trying to do something cool there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and bam. I got hit there, excuse me? Okay, Edges is done, and of course now it gets to the last form, Master Shadow, which is literally just a clone of yourself. For Master Shadow, of course, as I mentioned before in 3DS, oh, I thought I got that for a second. If you have any custom stuff equipped, whether it be equipment itself or custom moves, Master Shadow will replicate them itself. So you will literally fight a Master Shadow that has this stuff with you, or with it. So yeah, he gets to fight you with your own custom, which is pretty cool. But there we have it. That is Master Core, the final battle of you know, this. And yeah, I mean, get the general gist of it. We know classic mode, how it works. It is just tweaked pretty damn differently. Here in Smash Wii U. Obviously the world map is a bit, you know, is a bit of a difference compared to the Wii for the 3DS version, but it still sort of keeps that general classic mode experience that we all know and love. But there we go, final results. Let's get in and check out our trophy. Alright, and into the credits. And the credits, you know, we know this, it's gonna be the same as per usual. Just, the idea is to, well, you basically use your character and you fight against the credits. Every time you beat up one of these credits and actually destroy it within one of these, grayer spaces, then it will end up unlocking a piece of the portrait in the background. And I'm pretty sure the portrait even is different, compared to what it was back in 3DS. So, damn, like, basically every time you play through the credits, depending on the mode, you will get something new. 3DS Classic Mode, 3DS All-Star Mode, Wii U Classic Mode, and Wii U All-Star Mode. So, I'm glad they added a lot of, like, differences to the Classic Mode, or sorry, to the credits, which I think is really cool. Again, I mentioned this before, but it's like, I do enjoy the additions, you know, the little subtle differences that they have made to even something like this, like the credits. To just make them a little bit more fresh every single time you play through them. But it's fun, it's simple. I like the credits a lot. They're a lot of fun to just, like, you know, fight and beat up. You know, so I have a lot of experience with this one, and I've always had a lot of fun playing this version of Smash Bros. Credits. But yeah, so that's the general idea. That's classic mode. You know how it works. We'll probably get a little bit more into things as episodes continue. Probably maybe a few things that I missed out on that I might want to, like, reiterate upon, or just mention, just in case it's, like, important to mention. Did I miss something? Up there! How the heck? Hold up. No, please tell me I can get that, I swear. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, I am not going out with that 100%. No shot. You got me crazy. You got me freaking crazy. Alright, let's get it going. Last 4. Boom, boom, and boom. One downside of playing Wii U version compared to 3DS is that you don't get, like, the bottom screen, so you don't have them, like, scroll up from the bottom screen to the top. But there we have it. The picture of today. Really cool stuff. Oh yeah, the characters also have taunts. I almost forgot about that. If you guys want to see those taunts, there you go. But not bad. Not bad. Oh, here we go. We got some challenges to get. So, revealing the entire wall of credits, we get the credit song. Clearing classic at 5.0 or 5.5 or higher, get the Master Core song. So yeah, we got some stuff. We got some pretty cool things. We're gonna obviously get more challenges as we continue on. You know, you get the general gist of how things work around here. That's for the first time. Not bad. Not bad. So really cool thing. Really cool stuff for today. Got a bit of a chance to you know, see how classic mode works in Wii U. And we'll get obviously a bit more into things as we continue on. Before things, you know, end off for today though, I want to go into training mode real quick, check out our characters Final Smash, because, you know, I just want to show them off. We showed them off in 3DS, but if you guys are here only watching a Wii U version, then this is for y'all, in case y'all want to know, you know, different things about the characters. So I'm gonna just show off Mario's Final Smash, which is, of course, Mario Finale. Definitely a really cool looking one. Not really a good one, but a cool looking one nonetheless. I guess since we're here, we might as well go over just a few extra things, those being the special moves. So we got Mario's usual special, the Fireball. We got the side special, which is the Cape. The up special, the Super Jump Punch, and of course the down special, which is the Flood. So general ideas. Again, I go into a lot more specifics when it in the 3DS version. So if you guys are curious and want to see those specifics, again, go check out the 3DS version. It is worth it. But again, Wii U version, just general summarization of a lot of stuff that I did talk about in that other version. But now to end things off, let's go into our vaults and check out our newly acquired Mario trophy. Mario, as iconic gets, this gaming celebrity is known for saving the world from Bowser. He's got amazing jumping skills and makes use of a wide range of transformations. In his free time, he plays too many sports to count. In Smash Bros, he's a well-rounded fighter you can rely on. Stay with me, it's me, Mario! And appears in Donkey Kong Classics and Super Mario Bros. Again, another thing I like a lot about the Wii U version is how we actually get the games that they appear in, which I think is a really cool touch. I've always liked that. I don't know why, but I've always liked that a lot. But yeah, there's a trophy looking really freaking cool. I love it a lot. But yeah, that is all for today's episode of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Thanks for watching. In the next one, we're going to be heading through Classic Mode, going as the next character in the lineup, that of course being Luigi. So we'll see how our boy Luigi gets a shine. So I'm pretty excited about this one. But yeah, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Social media, including the Twitch and all the other channels, are of course down in the description. Hope you guys are excited to get through Smash Wii U as I am. If you guys have been with me since I did Smash 3DS, hey, props to you. Y'all are really dedicated to this series, and I really respect that. But to anyone who's joining for the first time for Wii U, hey, welcome. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this series. I'm going to try and make it as enjoyable as I possibly can for y'all to watch. But yeah, with that being said, I'll see everyone in the next one. Pop-Tarts out.